Hey, welcome back to the channel, guys. And today I decided to hop on here and just want to talk about Twitch. For those who don't know, Twitch is a live streaming platform where a bunch of content creators like Kai Cenat, XQC, and Blackboy Max stream on. Now I decided to hop on here today and actually talk about the platform because of what the CEO Dan Clancy announced today. But before we get right into that, I want to shout out Optimus because his video popped up on my timeline on YouTube and that's what made me aware of the whole situation. I didn't watch his whole thing fully. I only watched like the first 3 minutes. So go be sure to go check out his video. I'll be linking it down in the description down below. But with that being said, I actually decided to read the whole article myself and I don't understand what this guy was saying, bro. Basically what happened was that Dan Clancy, who is the CEO of Twitch, decided to come out one day and just outright state that platforms like YouTube and Kick directly copied Twitch, which I'm gonna be honest, before we delve into that article more, I just want to state how streaming wasn't created by Twitch. I hope he knows that. I've been on the internet for quite a while now, ever since I was young, maybe since I was 5 or 6, and I've seen live streams from other platforms other than Twitch, so I don't know what he's really talking about. In fact, even though this was before I was born, live streaming first became a brand new technology in the early 2000s when they I'm pretty sure they streamed a baseball game. Don't quote me on that. I'm just stating stuff that I just know on top of my head. But I'm just being real. I don't know where he thinks that Twitch automatically created this whole new era of technology. In fact, I'm pretty sure YouTube started live streaming. They initially started it its own thing back in 2008. So if anything, Twitch copied YouTube. So I don't know why he's throwing shots at YouTube for no reason at all. And I just find it funny because I'm pretty sure Dan Clancy just thinks that since everyone uses his platform, it automatically makes it better than everyone else. And to an extent, yeah, it kind of does. If you're asking me, I prefer the Twitch live streaming service rather than YouTube or anyone else's, to be honest. Now, I don't live stream there myself, but as a user on the platform, I just think Twitch's whole UI just easier to understand and just better to read. Now, just because of that, I don't think it's automatically superior than everything else. YouTube is a great contender. I mean, look at Speed, one of the world's biggest streamers. Speed directly streams off of YouTube, which just shows how truly big YouTube streaming could really be. I mean, Valkyrae and Ludwig, those content creators, they just came off a contract with YouTube. And I'm pretty sure Agent 00 has recently started to stream on YouTube as well as on Twitch. So honestly, the room to improve YouTube streaming could be really high. But with that being said, let's just get directly into the article. From Clancy's perspective, many of their rivals simply look to replicate the exact same streaming experience just under their logos instead. YouTube just made Twitch on YouTube, he claimed in an interview with Fast Company. Facebook just made Twitch on Facebook, though one he took particular issue with was none other than Kick, the newest upstart of the bunch. Kick downright copied us, Clancy claimed. To me, this just sounds mad arrogant from Clancy, because he's making it seem as if none of these other platforms copy each other. Dude, Twitch themselves even copied TikTok with the new swiping feature when you go through the people you're following now. So I don't know what he's talking about. Bro, he needs to understand that all these other companies copy each other. Sure, if YouTube copied Twitch, or if Facebook even copied Twitch, boo-hoo, bro. Blame bro, none of these other companies are out here blaming you for copying anybody else. So why are you going out here throwing shots for no reason? I don't really understand that. And it's not even you have to defend yourself, bro. I promise you, no one gives a fuck, bro. I mean, just look at Instagram, bro. They're known for copying every other platform. They stole stories from Snapchat. They stole even Twitter and made their own app called Threads. And no one says anything because no one cares. They're just going to use the original app, bro. Being a CEO of your company, you should just be encouraging your users to stay on your platform and improving your own platform. Don't be worrying about who copied who. That just makes it seem like you're actually taking notice to other people's platforms, and people are going to go to those platforms and check it out for themselves, and they're probably going to start liking it more than the platform you want them on, which is your own. Now, granted, apps like Instagram, like I mentioned prior, they actually took other features from other apps and put it onto their own platform and made it better, and no one really cared. And the reason why no one really cared is because they didn't acknowledge the fact that they stole someone's feature. And Snapchat themselves knew that they couldn't even acknowledge that for themselves, because if they do, people aren't gonna care enough, bro. They're just not gonna care. and more people might potentially go to Instagram because they acknowledge that Instagram took stories from them. It's just a cycle of you just losing users by announcing anything like this. It's like the saying goes, any publicity is good publicity, bro. And by Dan Clancy saying anything or even relating Twitch to YouTube or Facebook, you're just promoting those platforms towards people who don't even know what YouTube or Facebook even is. Which in this day and age, I don't know who doesn't, but let's say if you don't know what that is, you're gonna become more aware if you randomly come across a blog post or even a news article saying that Dan Clancy supposedly says that YouTube copied him. Dog, I just feel like this is like business 101. Like, I don't know why he would even acknowledge this in the first place. I don't get it, man. There are plenty of similarities on the surface, and Kick hasn't been shy in openly admitting it's copying a number of Twitch's better features. For what it's worth, Kick is even running through the very same Amazon Web Services system Twitch uses to make its broadcast possible in the first place. Though of course, there are plenty of distinctions too. Be it the far more generous payout structure or the looser moderation, it's far from a direct clone at its very core. Regardless, imitation isn't the sincerest form of flattery for Clancy, as he only had praise for one competitor in the space, TikTok. By his account, TikTok was the first platform that didn't just copy Twitch. Ultimately, all social media platforms with any form of live streaming capability are competing for your time, Clancy explained. Thus, he views far more than just YouTube and Kick as direct competition, even though Twitch still controls a considerable majority of the industry. To me, this just sounds like a cop-out, bro. How are you gonna say that Kick is copying you, but you're using the same system from Amazon? At that point, it's not your problem, that's Amazon's problem. You're literally paying for the web services system in order to run your live streaming platform. At that point, anyone can form their own live streaming platform. Why are you attacking Kick for copying? Bro, literally, if Amazon is allowing people to buy their systems in order for someone to start up their own live streaming service, then that's completely on Amazon's decision, bro. At that point, Kick is not copying. They're legally, by legal law, they're actually just paying for a service and starting their own platform. Like, Dan, what are you saying? At the end of the day, Amazon is still making money from Twitch. They're still making money from Kick. So both companies who both deal with live streaming do the exact same thing for Amazon. They're not gonna give a fuck that one is copying the other. You know how stupid that sounds? Oh my god, they're copying me. Oh my god. Bro, if I'm Amazon and I'm hearing that from Twitch, I'm literally gonna tell them, why are you sad? Why are you butthurt? You're butthurt over something that I'm selling and they're paying for it. Why do you care? What's funny about all this is that Dan would even mention TikTok, saying that's the first platform that just didn't copy Twitch, and Twitch goes ahead and copies it for themselves. Like you can't make this up. You literally can't make this up. The utter irony that just comes out of my mouth when I say that is actually fucking funny, bro. It's like, and then he goes on to say that they're competing for your time. Isn't that the point of competition? Like, as a CEO of a social media business, wouldn't you try to strive to have people remain on your platform as much as possible? Like, why are you even pointing that out? That's literally the job of every company, bro. They all have the same goal. So, like, I understand what he's trying to say, that they're more than direct competition, but you also got to understand that doesn't give you the right to just come out and just point out other people for copying when every company does that. And not even that, Twitch themselves has done that in the past. And just like how the article stated, they control most of the industry for streamers. Majority of streamers are on their platform. I would understand this article more if he was just like dragging his balls over the other companies. I don't understand that, bro. You let your balls hang, bro. You literally can say what you want because more people use your platform. There's no point in just coming out and just blaming other companies for copying when you do that yourself. You're just being a hypocrite at that point. Now, Dan would also speak about the fact that a lot of creators who sign contracts with other platforms like YouTube or Kick are actually coming back to Twitch after the contract has ended. As Dan would state, Lily Pichu, who is a streamer, is the best example because she liked the fact that she was getting this check, but she was also looking forward to the day when the contract ended because then she could come back. It's because of the sense of belonging and home. That's not just for their viewers, it's also for them. If there's a creator you watch on TikTok and they stop posting content for 2 weeks, you probably wouldn't even know. Whereas on Twitch, your affinity is with the creators that you've come to know. That's one reason why creators that are focused on live streaming prefer Twitch. People are showing up for them, not just a swipe. By this point, I don't even understand what Dan was even trying to say with this, because he literally copied TikTok with his own platform. You don't think that the swiping feature, which is like literally designed for you to stay hooked on the site for as much as possible, just swiping through different individuals, is going to affect the same way with just showing like a good minute of a live stream? It's just going to be the same thing. It's the same issue. If people are going to your platform and just starting to swipe through random creators, they're just not going to care for who they are and not going to want to watch them based off what he's saying. Other than that, I understand the whole home thing, the home aspect. If I'm being honest, if I started streaming at Twitch and got signed to YouTube, I'd want to come back to Twitch probably, because, you know, that's where I started. So I understand that whole aspect. But the whole TikTok thing, I just don't really get. Finally, before I ended this video, Kick would actually respond to Dan Clancy's claims. Kick certainly moves the needle in favor of the creator. Santa Maria stressed, to downplay Kick's place in the market works against the streamer. Closing out the response, the Kick staff member invited the journalist of the original article onto their Kick Talk podcast to discuss the finer points with CEO Eddie Craven. If I'm being honest, this was a pretty decent response, especially knowing the notoriety with Kick and how off-putting their platform is because of the creators on it. This response was kind of respectable because there's no real reason to fire back at Twitch for openly saying you copied them. It's kind of like immature to even do in the first place. At the time of me recording this video, Eddie hasn't really gone on the podcast with the journalist who wrote this article. So when that happens, I'll be kind of interested to see what he has to say. I just feel like he wants to discuss the whole reason why they started Kick in the first place and the true intention they originally had for that platform. Even though it's not in the best of states, in fact, it's probably one of the worst states. Me personally, I thought Kick was actually going to strive for the long run, but I guess not. I still find it kind of insane that the main company in charge of the whole streaming world is actually beefing with other companies because they copied each other. Like, I don't even know. I guess we're like 5 now. This just sounds like a situation I'd have when I was like 2 years old and someone copied my drawing in elementary school. Like, come on, bro. But with that being said, this is the end of the video. Be sure to like, subscribe if you like content like this. Also, while you're at it, comment down below what you think about the whole situation. And with that, it's your boy Jordan, making sure I'm not gonna be beefing with other companies because they copied what I want to do. And I'll catch you all in the next video.